Did you know that mantises have a neck that can turn 180 degrees? That's like twisting your head to look directly behind you. Mantises, or as some like to call them, the ninjas of the insect world, are quite the fascinating creatures. They come in all shapes and sizes, from tiny ones the size of your thumbnail to giant ones as big as your hand. One of their coolest features is that they're the only insects who can look over their shoulders. Imagine being able to see what's happening behind you without even turning around. They use this superpower to keep an eye out for both prey and predators. So whether they're hunting or hiding, they've got all angles covered. They're also famous for their praying pose, but don't be fooled. Those folded front legs are not for praying but for preying. So next time you're trying to sneak up on a mantis, remember, it's probably already seen you coming. Mantises aren't all the same, you know. There are actually about 2,400 different species of mantises worldwide. Let's take a closer look at some of these fascinating creatures, shall we? First up, we have the praying mantis. This is probably the type of mantis you're most familiar with. They're named for their prominent front legs, which are bent and held together at an angle that suggests the position of prayer. You can find these guys in warmer climates around the world, from Asia and Africa to Europe and the Americas. Next on our list is the giant African mantis. As you may have guessed from the name, this mantis is native to Africa, and it's one of the largest species out there. These mantises can reach lengths of up to 4 inches, and they have a striking appearance with their bright green bodies and large bulbous eyes. Then we have the ghost mantis. This species is a real master of disguise. With a body that looks like dried leaves or bark, the ghost mantis blends in perfectly with its surroundings in the African bush. This mantis is smaller than the giant African mantis, usually only about 2 inches long, but don't let its small size fool you. The ghost mantis is a fearsome predator, capable of taking down prey much larger than itself. Lastly, let's talk about the orchid mantis. This beautiful insect hails from the rainforests of Southeast Asia. It looks just like a flower with its pink and white body and petal-shaped legs. The orchid mantis uses its flower-like appearance to lure in unsuspecting prey. Isn't nature incredible? So there you have it, 4 of the 2,400 species of mantises around the world, each one unique and perfectly adapted to its environment. From the praying mantis in your backyard to the ghost mantis hiding in the African bush, these insects are truly fascinating creatures. Isn't it amazing how many different types of mantises there are? Ever wondered what a mantis looks like up close? They have some pretty cool features. Let's start with their heads. Mantises have a unique triangular-shaped head that can rotate a full 180 degrees. Imagine being able to look over your shoulder without turning your body. This gives them a wide field of view to spot prey or predators. Then there are those bulging eyes, which are not just for show. These eyes can see in 3 dimensions, a feature quite rare among insects. They can focus on tiny movements from far away, helping them spot a potential meal or a lurking danger. And did you know that mantises also have 5 eyes? Yes, you heard it right. In addition to the 2 large compound eyes, they have 3 more tiny eyes located in the middle of their forehead. Talk about a panoramic view. Now, let's move to their forelegs. Mantises' forelegs are strong and deadly. They are lined with sharp spines and are bent in a way that resembles the praying hands, hence their name, praying mantis. But don't be fooled by their prayerful stance, it's actually a trap. When an unsuspecting insect comes within reach, snap! The mantis grabs it with lightning speed. These forelegs are so strong that mantises can even catch birds and small mammals. What's more, mantises have a flexible abdomen, which is helpful when laying eggs. Female mantises lay hundreds of eggs in a frothy liquid that hardens to protect the eggs until they hatch. And finally, we can't forget their impressive camouflage skills. Mantises can blend in with leaves, sticks, flowers, and even stones. This helps them hide from predators and sneak up on their prey. Some mantises can even change their color over time to match their environment better. So, the next time you see a mantis, take a closer look. You might just spot some of these amazing features. Mantises lead fascinating lives. They're not just sitting around all day, you know. Let's delve into the captivating life of a mantis, shall we? Picture this. It's a sunny day in the forest, and our friend, the mantis, is on the hunt. Mantises are patient hunters. They don't chase after their prey. Instead, they stay perfectly still, blending in with their surroundings, waiting for an unsuspecting insect to come by. This is where their ability to camouflage comes into play, making them virtually invisible in their environment. When a tasty insect gets close enough, the mantis strikes. With lightning speed, it uses its raptorial forelegs, those are its powerful spiked front legs, to snatch its prey. A mantis's strike is so fast it's often over before the prey even realizes what's happening. Talk about a surprise attack. Now let's shift gears and talk about something a bit more romantic. I'm talking about the mantis's mating ritual. The male mantis approaches the female very carefully because, fun fact, the female mantis is known to occasionally eat her mate after or even during mating. That's right, the world of mantis love is a risky one for the gentleman. But don't worry, this doesn't always happen, and it's a small price to pay for the continuation of the mantis species. After mating, the female lays hundreds of eggs in a frothy liquid, which hardens to protect the eggs until they hatch. And thus the cycle of life continues, with new mantises ready to embark on their own adventures. So, you see, a day in the life of a mantis is far from boring. Between hunting, mating, and blending in with their surroundings, these insects lead lives full of action and drama. Life as a mantis sounds pretty exciting, doesn't it? Mantises aren't picky eaters. In fact, they'll eat just about any bug that crosses their path. Yes, you heard it right, they are the ultimate bug busters. From tiny aphids to larger prey like grasshoppers and even other mantises, their menu is quite diverse. They're even known to snack on spiders, bees, and sometimes small birds. Imagine that. Now, how do they catch their food, you ask? Well, mantises are ambush predators. They blend in with their environment and stay very, very still. So still, in fact, that you might mistake them for a leaf or a twig. Then, when an unsuspecting bug comes along, bam! They strike with lightning speed, using their powerful front legs to snatch their prey. Their diet isn't just about gobbling up whatever they can catch, it's also about survival. You see, by eating lots of bugs, mantises help control insect populations. So, in a way, they're like nature's pest control. Now let's talk about where these fascinating creatures live. Mantises can be found all over the world, except in Antarctica. Too chilly for them there. They prefer warmer climates and are commonly found in tropical regions and grasslands. Home sweet home for a mantis could be a leafy bush, a flower bed, or even your backyard garden. They choose their homes based on where they can find food and blend in to avoid predators. Some mantises are even known to change colors to match their surroundings. Talk about a home makeover? So, what have we learned? Mantises are nature's bug busters. They're masters of disguise. And they're not too fussy about where they live, as long as they have a good supply of food and a place to blend in. And remember, they are an important part of our ecosystem, helping to keep those pesky insect populations in check. So next time you spot a mantis in your garden, give it a nod of thanks for the hard work it's doing. So if you're a bug, you might want to stay clear of a mantis's home. Now that you're practically a mantis expert, are you ready for a little quiz? Let's see how much you've learned today. Question 1. What can a mantis do that you can't? That's right. A mantis can turn its head almost 180 degrees to look over its shoulder. Talk about having eyes in the back of your head. Moving on to question 2. How many types of mantises are there? If you said over 2,000, you're spot on. There's a whole world of mantises out there, each one unique in its own way. And finally, question 3. What do mantises like to eat? If you said other insects, you're absolutely correct. Mantises are natural-born hunters, always on the prowl for their next meal. Thanks for joining us on this mantis adventure. Don't forget to subscribe to GURUKIDZ Smart Kids channel for more fun and learning. Bye for now.